It is a ball night at Southfield. Women's soccer season kicking off. Number 15 BYU taking on Ohio State, who's just out of the polls at 26. And the head coach of the BYU Cougars, Jennifer Rockwood, now joins us, who is the greatest Rick's college basketball player turned BYU women's soccer coach in history. Right, Jen?
That is certainly true. I can say that's a true statement. Well, I think it is.
Yes, you're the only coach in BYU women's soccer history. So there we go. How good of a basketball player at Rick's were you, by the way, before you transferred to BYU?
I was okay. I wouldn't say I was fantastic or great or anything, but, I was okay.
Were you a better soccer player than basketball player?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
I did, I'm back in the day, I'm old where, you could play 4 sports and be just fine. So.
It's true. Let's go. Okay. You're starting what feels like who knows what season, 27 seasons, I think now. You played in the spring, unique, right? Because it was just a couple months ago you were playing competitively in the NCAA tournament. Now you're playing and kick off tonight with a massive game against Ohio State. How is this team prepared and is maybe more ready than normal because you did play in the spring?
Yeah, I think this team's really prepared. I think we've done everything we could do. We ended on a bit of a note that we didn't like, losing to Virginia. And so I think that created a lot of the anxiousness for us to start the new season. So girls worked hard over the summer, quick turnaround. They're anxious to get back on the field. And I think we're just ready to go. Super excited to see how we look against a real quality opponent.
Even though you returned so many starters and a lot of production, where have you seen this team appear better from even just a couple of months ago when the season ended?
I think just overall our confidence and our experience. I mean, last season we were building a new back line. We had Cass in goal, who this was her first experience as a starting keeper. So, we played a really tough schedule in the spring. I think we played more games than most any team in the country. And so got a lot of really good experience. We're very fortunate that our seniors had the opportunity to come back and play a fall season. And so I think just defensively, our team is better and more confident. That's something that we grew a lot from last season.
Yeah, that was a question in the spring, right? Those back 5, and as you talked about, you're gaining more confidence, more experience, which is great. In terms of the other 6, the midfielders and the forwards, this is a group that scores a lot of goals, a lot of talent, led by Michaela Coulihan. How are they shaping up offensively?
Again, I just think that the experience that we had this last spring has brought more confidence and just a lot more leadership and experience on the field. And we haven't spent a lot of time. I mean, we've only been training for a week and a half or just barely 2 weeks now. We've spent most of our focus on defensive presence, our press, which leads right into our attack and our offense. And, we just know that we can score goals. And so we haven't spent a ton of time on it. But I just think that's kind of that natural instinct that we've tried to instill in our players is to get forward, get in our opponent's attacking half, get good looks at the goal. And we were able to do that against Weber State. So I think that was certainly a good start for us.
If all you did, Coach, was just look at the stats of Michaela Coulihan, you would obviously realize just how great she is. What makes her such an impactful player on the pitch and will go down as one of the greatest BYU soccer players ever?
Yeah, Kayla certainly brings a ton of qualities to the field. And I think right now, if you watch us play, you can just tell how easy the game comes to her. She makes it look simple. That's what all the great players do. They make the game look easy. She has a very high soccer IQ, so she understands the game. She understands how to find the ball, what to do when she gets the ball. And now she's also brought a lot of her leadership into our team and on the field, and then also instills that confidence in other players. So we certainly rely on her a lot, both on both sides of the ball. She starts our defensive press, and then we look for her in the attack. So just brings so many great qualities, has worked so hard over her career here, and such a true and a great example to her teammates.
Tremendous attacking midfielder. And then you look at Cameron Tucker, got banged up against Weber State. What's the latest on her?
Yeah, we're concerned about Cam. She's not going to be able to play tonight, unfortunately. But the good news is we think she'll only be out maybe a couple weeks. So she says she's going to be a quick healer, fast recovery. So that's just going to be kind of a day-to-day thing right now at this point. But we'll definitely have to have some players step up since we won't have her this weekend for opening games.
Who replaces Cam up front tonight?
Well, Rachel McCarthy will start up top. Rachel was a first-team all-conference player for us. So, we have a lot of confidence in her. She's proven to score a lot of goals. I think she was our second leading goal scorer on the team last year. So, we're in good hands there. We feel like we have a really deep bench, deeper than we even had last season. So we'll rely on that a lot as well tonight.
What a great way to begin the season. Two really good teams. Ohio State coming out here. It's a team that you've faced 2 times before in the last 5 years. So you're certainly familiar with coaching staff and kind of what they want to do. What stands out to you most when you look at the Buckeyes in this matchup tonight?
They're also coming off a very good season. They played in the spring, did well, made it to the NCAA tournament, second round, kind of ran into Santa Clara, but they returned also most of their starters, I think 9 out of their 11. So, I think they're coming in also with a lot of great experience and confidence. They're just a great athletic team. They're very well coached, very organized, and we're really going to have to be at our best. But we love playing at Southfield. I think our energy will be fantastic. Really impressed with the way we came out against Weber State last time we were out on Southfield. So lots to look forward to. I think it'll be a fantastic college match tonight.
We're talking to Jennifer Rockwood, the women's soccer coach on BYU Sports Nation. Regarding Santa Clara, how was that emotionally watching them win the national championship? Because you were 1 seed line away from them. You split the regular season, and they had kind of the magical special national championship season. Were you happy for them, but were you also jealous? Like, did that motivate in the offseason to be like, hey, we can do that? How did you guys feel about that?
I think all the emotions that you just talked about certainly came to mind. I watched all of their games during the tournament. And first, I didn't want to watch the Final Four of the national championship game because I was jealous. We've been so close. We've tried so hard to get to that Final Four and haven't quite made it yet. So I was a little jealous, but at the same time, I was totally cheering for Santa Clara. Really respect that program and those coaches and those players. We saw all of those players twice this season and was really happy for them and excited. And they had a lot of alumni in the stands as well. And it was actually fun to recognize a lot of their alumni that we've played over the years, and just really happy for them, happy for the WCC and representing, and then also giving our players and our staff the realistic vision that if Santa Clara can do it, why can't we do it? We certainly have been the strongest team in the WCC over the last several years and really dominated the conference. So I think that's certainly a realistic goal. And this group has that goal. They want to win the national championship.
One of the reasons that Southfield is such an intimidating place is because of the fans and the fan support and how loud they get. And I know fans are excited to be able to come tonight. In terms of like weather and air quality, it seems like everything's trending in a very positive manner for tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're very optimistic. I already had several meetings with games management, admin, and their head coach. So things are looking good. It's just kind of like it's been the last year. You wake up in the morning, you're not sure if you're going to be able to play or not. But we will be ready if we're allowed to go. But things are trending in the right direction as far as the smoke, as far as the lightning. And we plan on being out on Southfield. If something were to happen that we weren't going to, we do have some contingency plans and possibly play in the indoor practice facility.
Okay, live on BYU TV and the BYU TV app tonight at 9 Eastern. Jen, we appreciate the time. We look forward to it. It's going to be the beginning of a fun season.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Jason, nice jacket. Way to represent.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.